Now, from a website that can deliver you all the latest designer labels, gift wrapped to your front door, to another that can get you all the information you need on finding the best rates on your mortgage. Internet expert Maeve Nisi joins us now with her top 5 websites of the week. Good morning, Maeve. You're very welcome. Let's get straight into it. The first one is www.iusedtobelieve.com, which is intriguing.
Yeah, it's not a site for anybody shopping or anything practical at all. It's just to entertain yourself, basically, and it's free. So what it is it's a guy who originally wrote a book about the kind of mad thoughts the kids have about the way the world works, because, you know, if things aren't explained, especially if you have a vivid imagination like I did when you grow up, you just come up with notions for how things work. And things like your granny telling you that if you put the seeds of an apple into your tummy, your tree's going to grow. And you're obsessed with this for weeks on end, trying to get rid of the pips. Don't eat the pips. Yeah. So this is just a collection of them, and some of them are fantastic, and they just give you such a laugh. And there's millions of categories, from parents to school to health to food. It's just a great site and really, really entertaining. And I think also you can use the quotes from that in different contexts if you have to do a speech or a presentation. Just very, very funny things that remind people of being a kid. That's the kind of website now that broadcasters use, because it's great for little snippets, for anecdotes, particularly for radio, I'd imagine. Yeah. My favourite one is there's a kid who was watching people parachuting on the television, and he thought, that's a great idea, I'd love to try that. So he hops up to the bedroom, gets 100 Tesco bags and attaches them to himself and jumps off the top bunk. He breaks his ankle. But you know, you can't kind of, you know, when people say don't try this at home, kids just do try things, you know, and you can't stop that. Well, at least he didn't do it off the top of the garden shed. Well, exactly, yeah. Unlike somebody I know. That's www.iusedtobelieve.com. Now, www.lostdogs.ie, and I suspect this does exactly what it says on the tin. It does exactly what it says on the tin. I mean, there's lots of dog websites that have sections for lost and found dogs, but this has one that has an awful lot of stuff on it. And I think you'll find that more and more people will come to a site where the biggest collection of information is. Imagine this could be quite upsetting. Well, it's very upsetting. I mean, people are very, very close to their pets, and anything at all that can help you find your dog, you know. So you can post up your photograph of the dog and your message and where you lost them, and then you can also, if you find a dog, do exactly the same. Post up the photograph of the dogs and where you found them. Well, so it's a mix and match, hopefully. That's something that's been long overdue, I suspect. One sort of one-stop shop where lost and found pets can be advertised, because I know that we get them and radio stations get them all the time, and you can never really do justice to the dog. So actually being able to see it on a site properly will give you a better indication. And also it's free, you know, which is a great thing. It's not somebody trying to make money out of it, it's just a free service. Very good. Yeah. So a labour of love in that regard. www.lostdogs.ie. Now, next up is www.bunnyhugs.co.uk. Now, this name rings a bell. I suspect it's something to do with clothes, is it? It's a lot to do with clothes. Right, okay. And I've kind of gone away from maybe some of the very good discount copies of designer labels. These are designer labels, and not necessarily ones you'll find in the high street, but if you look at, you know, particular celebrities from Sienna Miller, Victoria Beckham, Kate Moss, these are the labels that they're wearing, particularly really more during the day, I would say, as opposed to the evening. That's very expensive stuff, isn't it? I mean, it's a huge range of prices. But I looked at thinking there'll be nothing here, you know, for me that'll be far too expensive. But in fact, it isn't far too expensive. If you search through the site, and that's the great thing about shopping online, it's much easier to find, you know, good deals, because all the specials are one slot, and then they categorise the different kinds of clothes, and it's not so overwhelming and exhausting. So you really can find all sorts of prices for all sorts of labels, and then you might be lucky and get your size in a discount dress or whatever you're looking for. But even just for entertainment, it's fantastic, the amount of clothes that are on it, and also accessories, handbags, shoes, a whole lot. Okay, and are these the people who gift These gift wrap everything to deliver to your door, which is part of it. Like if I ever go into shops with a gift wrap and they say it's a gift, I always say yes, so I can take it apart when I come home. And a lot of people are like that. Just the thrill of opening up your package. I know I'm sad. Girl, no, you're not. You're just a girl. www.bunnyhugs.co.uk. Right, next is www.mywardrobe.com. This is another fashion. Another one, but a little bit more high street. So it's not, in terms of the price range, it's not as expensive, I don't think, in terms of the labels that are represented there. So it's Alexander McQueen, Ralph Lauren, D&G, you know, labels that we're very familiar with. Still pricey enough. It is pricey enough. Alexander McQueen's very pricey. But you can get stuff that's, you know, an outfit for €80, so it's not way out there because it's such a big range. And again, very easy to find the specials because they're all in one spot. And they've sales going all the time. They've got another clever thing where they've got stylists doing video presentations of different kinds of outfits and why they work together. Oh, right. And it's a bit cheesy, but actually there's such a range of them. It really does help you. So they help you to put it together as well, do they? Exactly. And also they do lots of different occasions. So that, you know, let's say you're starting a new job, but let's say it's summer holidays. They have sections dedicated to those particular types of occasions. That's very useful, actually. So it's very useful, yeah. And even if you don't necessarily buy off the site, it gives you great ideas.
Okay, well that's www.mywardrobe.com. On to the final one now. It's www.moneyguideireland.com, all one word. These
I know.
names
The site names are getting longer and longer.
Moneyguideireland.com.
Yeah.
Okay.
Again, it does exactly what it says in the tin. I was looking for different rates of mortgages, fixed rates, 2-year fixed, 5-year fixed, variable, whatever's available on the market. And I came across this site. Very, very straightforward. And things like savings accounts, deposit accounts, mortgages, insurance. But also there's lots of little tips on things completely different where it looks like, I think it is, it's users actually posting discounts and a value that they found themselves onto the sites.
Right, okay.
So, this is where you can get the best broadband deal, or here you can go and go to Tesco or offering you 10%.
So this is an independent
vouchers.
site, right? They're not acting as agents, or
No, I don't think so. But there is advertising on it. And it looks to me like they're making their money out of the ads that are served up as you're looking at the information they're providing. So that's how they're making their money out of it. It's not completely voluntary. But it is quite difficult to find out who owns this site. To actually dig down into the About Us section.
Yeah.
But the information seems reliable, so you'll have to judge yourself. But
is there actually that much difference and that much value out there at the moment? I mean, given that basically, for example, all the insurance companies in the world are owned by about 3 or 4 of them in any case.
Well, actually, there's a huge difference in the interest rates on mortgages. I found a big difference in things like a 5-year fixed mortgage, because now would be a good time to fix your mortgage. It goes right from 3.25 up to 4.5. So there's quite a big gap in the different banks in terms of the rates you can get.
Get anybody to give you a mortgage at the moment.
Yeah. Well, if you're a good bet, okay, you're the person who can buy your mortgage properly.
Okay, well that's www.moneyguideireland.com, and before that we had mywardrobe.com, bunnyhugs.co.uk, lostdogs.ie, and iusedtobelieve.com, and we'll post all of those on our website a little later on. Mate, thank you very much as always.